Philadelphia News, team of my heart.
Setting up plays and bringing rock-solid defense. Through the latest Sixers news, you'll discover how this under-the-radar addition has become Philly's secret weapon. Get ready to find out what keeps him at the heart of the team's game plan and why he might just be the steal of the offseason.
The Sixers have started the season dealing with a lineup that's anything but stable. You've already seen them lose 2 out of 3 games, and with one of their best players sidelined, it's no wonder their chemistry is still gelling. But hold on, because one unexpected bright spot has been standing out, adding a layer of excitement that has caught everyone by surprise. No, you didn't hear much about him in the offseason. He wasn't the type of acquisition plastered across headlines or all over the highlight reels. But the impact he's making? It's not just noticeable, it's crucial. Here's what's happening: this guy isn't just stepping in, he's filling gaps you'd think were left by someone way beyond his level of hype. Already, in just 3 games, he's averaging over 13 points, nearly 9 rebounds, and a handful of assists. His minutes? A hefty 36 per game. And guess what? Nick Nurse didn't hesitate. After a single game off the bench, he threw him straight into the starting lineup, and he's doing exactly what the team needs. His stats might not scream superstar, but when you're watching those possessions, he's making all the moves, the little things that keep a team from falling apart. The guy's on the floor like he's been there for years. Defensive switches? Covered. Setting up plays? He's there. And he's been doing it so seamlessly that you can't help but think, where did they find this guy? It's not just about filling a role, it's about making it his own. You watch him take on defensive assignments that seem beyond his size, but his hustle and anticipation make up for every inch he might lack. And while the 3-point shot isn't falling yet, only 14.3%, he's compensating with intangibles that are every coach's dream. Those gritty, grinding plays on the defensive end, his ability to keep the ball moving, and, perhaps most importantly, his ability to adapt to whatever Nurse throws at him. Adaptability, if there's one word that sums up his game, that's it. The way he's showing up each night proves he can handle whatever's coming his way, whether it's as a starter or as a boost off the bench. And yes, when you think of what happens when a star like Paul George makes his return, you might assume his minutes will drop, but don't count on him fading into the background. If anything, he's likely to be the piece that keeps everyone in sync, the one who transitions between units without a hitch, the one who steps in and fills any hole the Sixers need filled. If the Sixers can keep him healthy and playing at this level, this is the kind of player who might just exceed every modest expectation placed on him. In a lineup where they're constantly looking to adjust to health setbacks, he's proving he's got the stuff to be more than a one-time standout. You've watched as this new addition quickly becomes the Sixers' hidden advantage. Even with early season challenges, he's kept the team balanced, adapting to roles like he's been wearing a Sixers jersey for years. No flash, no hype, just undeniable impact. When Nick Nurse decided to slide him into the starting lineup in only his 2nd game, it wasn't just a gamble, it was a nod of confidence. And that confidence is paying off on both ends of the court, turning him into a steadying force and a critical part of the rotation. His minutes are substantial, and they aren't empty stats. Every possession with him on the floor feels steadier. He's not scoring in jaw-dropping numbers or putting up triple-doubles, but he's doing something the Sixers have sorely needed, bringing versatility and poise. You see him on offense as a connector, moving the ball, setting screens, making sure each possession flows. And on defense? He's the guy you can count on to switch, rotate, and take on players of any size, making him the ultimate stabilizer. It's clear that he has become indispensable. Even with Paul George on the brink of returning, you can see that this guy's role isn't going anywhere. Think about what that means for a team that's struggled with injuries, having a player like this who can step into any role. He's not just surviving, he's stepping up, adapting his game, and bringing energy when the Sixers need it most. But it's his adaptability that stands out, filling roles across the board. Need him to grab boards? Done. Need him to shift gears on defense? He's already there. He's reading plays in real time, and that awareness lets him anticipate and disrupt opponents' plans without missing a beat. Even without a 3-point shot that's landed consistently, he's impacting the game with his defensive positioning and aggressive drives, drawing defenders and creating opportunities for others. For all the talent on this team, his unselfishness is a breath of fresh air. He doesn't need the ball in his hands to make a difference, he's finding ways to contribute without forcing plays. And in a Sixers team that's been searching for depth, that's huge. His work is making things smoother for everyone, and that energy, whether off the bench or in the starting five, is contagious. You see it when he's on the court, getting the crowd involved with those relentless hustle plays, laying it all out on the floor like every second matters. You know what makes this Sixers squad different, don't you? It's having players who don't just sit back or fill spots, they transform the team dynamic. You've seen it yourself, this guy's turning possessions into opportunities, not because he's chasing his stats but because he's anticipating every play, ready to make things happen. It's like watching a sixth sense at work, the way he reads his teammates, the way he plugs into each role so seamlessly. He's become a Swiss Army knife, ready for whatever Nick Nurse throws at him. The early numbers might look modest, but his real value goes way beyond the box score. Imagine the impact over a full season. How many games could be decided by the rebounds he's snagging, the defensive stands he's making, or the extra possessions he's creating with sheer hustle? He's built to thrive in these gritty moments, to be the guy who brings balance when others are out. And you can feel the energy shift with him on the court, can't you? He's making a difference in ways that the typical stats just don't capture. So here's the question, did you already know who I've been talking about this whole time? The one who's been stepping up in the shadows, quietly shaping the Sixers game. It's none other than Caleb Martin. Surprised? Maybe not, if you've been paying close attention. He's gone from an offseason question mark to a key Sixer without missing a beat, looking like the steal of the offseason and proving himself to be one of the most versatile players on this squad. So now that you know, what do you think? Are you excited to see what else he'll bring as the season unfolds? If you want the latest updates, game recaps, and to catch every detail of Caleb's journey with the Sixers, make sure you subscribe and click the bell. That way, you won't miss a second of the Sixers news and this season's unfolding stories. Don't just keep up, stay a step ahead with us.